and we'll see game number 2. Let's figure out what battleground we'll go to this time. Saw Endemic take us to Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Tempo.
Tempo Storm says, hey, we know this battleground.
Dragonshire. Tempo sticking to what they normally select there. Dragonshire is the highest priority battleground for Tempo. Tempo's got to be thankful for this within the series. I feel like it puts it in a position where more likely to see that 2-0 after this game, purely based on that element here. And they aren't showing anything different from normal, like we would expect here from them.
Only 2 losses on Dragonshire. Heroes Hearth, I believe, was one of those.
Yeah.
Talus is the other. 2 very strong teams, but make no mistake about it, throughout the entire year, one of the best Dragonshire teams. Doesn't matter the composition that they run. They always find the small advantages through rotations, through camps. We know the double camp pressure will inevitably come. It's almost unavoidable. But when they don't have those to their advantage, that's when we've seen Tempo struggle. Endemic, we've seen them at times with some interesting strategies on this battleground. See if maybe they mix up the draft and incorporate some strategies in the middle of all of it.
I just want, if we're going to see more Consume Soul Mephisto, more synergistic heroics to just get kills from forever away. Like Consume Soul, Riptire, Hinterland's Blast.
Ooh.
What other massive, I just want you to just one-shot a team and you weren't even there. You weren't even interested in the fight.
I think I know where you're going with this. You want to rewind time, go back to when Thrall had World Breaker.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
My goodness.
It was one of my favorite heroics. I actually won a game with the World Breaker proc onto the core last
I think I've heard this story.
It was ridiculous. Like, one of the most ridiculous games I had ever played.
For those that don't know or they weren't around back then, his Sunder has a range on it. And then back in the day, his Sunder literally went the entire distance of the map with the level 20 upgrade. World Breaker.
It was pretty much a good lava wave.
Is that how you used it?
I mean, kinda. You didn't use it for the minions, but you did for the, oh, my team's fighting a mile away. I'm at my base. Might as well do something about it.
It is pretty interesting. It's one of those things that if it still existed, it'd still be fun.
It would be. It is one of those talent choices that is always entertaining to be like, what can I do with this? You know what I mean?
What can I get away with?
Like, if they take boss camp like a mile away and I just World Breaker from top, like, do I just win boss for my team? I don't know. Let's try.
Now it just creates an area. Endemic will ban out Mephisto Dreadnought. This is a map you and I we've heard in the past. It's been a long time since we've seen it, but we've heard teams always mention it, talk about it. There is a certain hero on this battleground. It's been played once by Glaurung. It's something that you can proxy waves on Dragonshire.
TLV.
And it's TLV. If they were going to get a little weird,
I'm in. I will always support me some proxying Balog. That strategy, still to this day, debatably, shout out to Shab, maybe one of the most innovative approaches to Heroes of the Storm I've ever seen. That was a long time ago, though, when he was the Specialist Master. Endemic going to go ahead and pick up their Medivh here this game.
Who's on that, Dansky or Cure?
I want Dansky, but I don't know here so far. I will always take me some Dansky Medivh.
Medivh has been banned out so much we never get it.
I know.
I mean, just literally, Dread hypes up Dansky's Medivh on screen, behind the screen. I can tell you he loves him when he's on that hero. And it looks like Zul's going to be attempted this time by Tempo Storm. But Medivh never gets let through.
No. The reason why I like Dansky's Medivh so much is just he's one of the only players I've seen, other than one-trick Medivh players, that in the solo queue environment picks the Medivh and you go, he's still just doing as much damage as everybody else. Like, he's solo carrying as this mage that has these huge utility opportunities there. And that is the main reason that I enjoy that. Because normally you don't see that level of impact unless you actually have, you know, again, those kind of Medivh one tricks out in the world. But we do get a Zeratul Kel'Thuzad. Oh my goodness,
This
J-Hal.
is slightly
This
changed
has changed
Kel'Thuzad's
KT.
too. You can't chain to structures.
Which is a major setback.
But you do get your Glacial Spike baseline by finishing some stacks, so that does help. There are some things that do help, but it is a very different feel.
Anyone at home who thinks that Kel'Thuzad has gotten treated like that this is a one-to-one trade. It is not. That is a huge setback. Yeah, you can get one chain anywhere, but your defensive capabilities, half the reason Kel'Thuzad was debatably terrifying, is removed. You can't. Glacial Spike takes way too long to be able to proc.
My favorite memory of Kel'Thuzad, though, we had one Kel'Thuzad game. This is I believe only number 2. Psalms Kalthazan on Dragonshire against the Murden in the. I still remember the play. I'm like, how did he land that?
Yeah, where he would pull it mid-dwarf toss while somebody else is going. Bring them back together and be like, here's the one shot. Hey, here we go. We got ourselves some brew going here. A Chen pickup. Question is, are we ready for the adventure? I feel like it's a double panda time.
Heroes Hearth was the team that at the end of phase 1 they were running a Lili Medivh Cup. No troll either.
Pandemic. Let's go. No, Ana. Sad day. Actually, not that sad. That'll be pretty interesting.
What happens if you nano boost the Chen?
He drinks faster.
We got a Chen main in the back here. I know he's a happy panda.
Ana with Kel'Thuzad or Zeratul, though. Nano boost, a lot of damage there. I'm not even confident we'll get the nano boost. We might get Eye of Horus just purely on the global healing opportunities on Dragonshire. That's been, for me, when I thought about that heroic opportunity, I've always been like, does it have a place on Dragonshire? Because the split off-lane pressure that always exists, Ana can always sleep dart threaten there and then decide to get either heal or damage output otherwise.
Of the off-meta picks, I would say Azmodan is almost unfair. His Hero League potential, you play Hero League, he's first ban almost every game.
Yeah.
So they're going to play around that.
A lot of setup, though, for the Azmodan in this game. I would like to see tempo be really clean, actually, on their Asmo play in this game. I think that would be really cool.
Zul Asmo?
Well, not only do they have Zul Asmo, but they have Junk, too. Junk is just nade, one
grenades.
auto the backline, wait for the Q, double Q in, 100% that wave's gone. All 7 minions, excuse me, are going to get value over to the Azmodan. They have double setup, so it's easier for the Junkrat than the Zul, because the Zul can't control which minions he hits all the time without risking his own HP, but Junkrat surely should be able to enable the Azmodan to be the Asmo Dunker.
You know how I know it's Cattle's birthday?
Because he gets to play the Azmodan?
He gets to play.
Dang it! This guy gets to play all the cool heroes.
He gets Mephisto, he gets Azmodan. He's like, look, I just throw things that are circles. So he gets the Azmodan. Happy birthday to Cattle. Here's your birthday present from Heroes of the
We
Storm.
present you Les Dunks.
Chen, though, I think the Dahaka pick is kind of cheating against the Chen. Once you get Beating Frenzy.
Yeah, he brews, you just bash his face in because you just interrupt all time.
You know, there has been a case.
Yeah, I know where you're going with this.
Well, I was going to say for Q-Build Kel'Thuzad.
No. Oh,
but it's Chains, which, you know, it's a different.
I thought you were going to say Flamethrower at level 1 for Chen, and that's what we actually got.
Bonus damage.
Yeah, bonus damage coming out there for Chen at level 1. This is what I like to be able to see. If we are going to see a Chen picked up there, it's accumulating flame. Every time a hero is ignited with the Breath of Fire out from him, the damage over time is increased by 2% up to 60. And once you complete 30 heroes lit by that fire ignited, you have 15 armor to last for 3 seconds, which makes that brewing aspect of Dainsky, he has way more kill potential, way more natural survivability here.
Well, the role swaps continue for Endemic, as it's Dainsky on Chen, Cure on the Medivh, and Michael Udall making his cameo back on support on the Ana.
Yeah, JL, this game's getting dark already here very fast. Chen actually is going to burn that leaping kick, and that actually put it in a position for Cloud to be able to reliably survive that.
It's like, you could, well, the only thing is, Dahaka's one of the few heroes that can path through a heroic target, but he has to have Dark Swarm to do it. I think he had just used it.
Yeah, I think so too.
So you could have body blocked there a little while longer.
That exact same kind of conundrum is part of the reason for anybody who ever plays against a Chen, you know, not as popular maybe, at least at some MMRs, you never flank a Chen. Every time you flank a Chen, you
give him a jump target.
You give him a reason to be able to escape. All you're doing is bettering his positioning and hurting yours. So something to consider here as this game does end up unfolding.
Cattle's just on he's got them sneakers on, trying to walk out of here.
Well, I think there's something really important to know here is if we look at the last time we got Tempo Storm to play the Azmodan composition, J-Hal, their stacks were nowhere near what they are already. 50 stacks sitting there for Cattle. That is not maybe world record level, but it is definitely putting him in a position to be a huge problem here.
We need teams. So the world record, the old world record, is now etched in stone.
Yeah, it's done.
Since the new one, you get stacks off of heroes, there has to be a new world record set.
Yeah, I agree.
So every game played has potential to set a new world record.
What did the last one actually end on? Who ended up claiming that?
It was
I know
the
we had it
Tempo
for
Boys
a bit,
for a
but
long
then,
time.
yeah, we had it for a really long time, but then somebody else took it, and I don't remember who.
It was, man, I'm trying to remember because that's when Zoya was kicking it.
Yeah.
And I remember because he would reference it a lot.
Yeah. Still shout out to Soldier for coming up with the original strat. It was a lot of fun to be able to work on that. Mainly him. The guy's a theory crafted monster. But Endemic here with an early Dragonite, JL. Even though it's working out for them in the Dragonite side of things, Dansky, if he can burrow this kick, he might have a kill. Dansky having to kick to the minion. Great call there.
So we're getting more damage on Kek Toss as well. So full damage build for Dansky.
Gonna have some big barrels though later on with that Donkey Kong build pickup. Fan tried to get threat there with that Bone Prison out. Dansky's the focus for now. Gonna kick out. Has another kick body block in this choke. That's actually a big avenue. Fan should be dead. Ooh, a little bit in lack of patience there. Coming out from Dansky on that flying kick. Should have done it half an angle kind of upward. Gotten more body blocks.
Oh, nice root.
Yeah, response here.
Wow. Dansky is stacking right now.
That was value.
Dansky is 16 of those 30 stacks, 9 stacks on his barrel, and he's not done yet. He's going in, but he's also protected, by the way, but can't make it to the portal in time.
Cannot make it to the portal, but silver lining here, you know, Chen doesn't have the Master's Touch conundrum. He's all right. He's still at the 19 stacks, and that's pretty dang good. For a 3.5-minute Chen, like, walking away pretty satisfied there. Mikey Dahl with another, wow, great root there, out from June for a moment.
You can't take that when you're rooted.
Gonna take it afterwards, but it comes at the cost of the original Medivh. That was honestly brilliant decision-making from Tempo to split the focus there. Once the portal Medivh shield came out, just kill the Medivh. If he takes the portal, if he can, all he's gonna do is be rooted on the other side.
That last kill onto Chen. F4 Panda was sent out to the meadows. D-Kid coming in with some wormhole action, getting some damage in.
Yeah, I've actually, it's been a while since I've seen me some Chen, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've seen much level 7. Purifying Brew picked up here for Dansky. Essentially giving him the opportunity to get a reset on his Brew as long as he is stunned or silenced in that duration every 15 seconds, and then giving him spell armor afterwards here. It'll be cool to see how that kind of works out. Again, Chen has been so out of the meta for so long, I don't actually know if this would be the standard. I haven't seen it in the past.
19 stacks for Biggie on that Kel'Thuzon. Once you hit 30, that's the key mark for him. So a lot of stacking talents here. Continues to climb. 27 stacks for Dansky on his level 1. So he'll get the bonus damage there. And then beyond that. So he will have a lot. A lot going for him with the extra damage between these abilities.
Sure.
Comes to Haka.
Putting on a clinic there on that Medivh for a second. Drops the portal. Helps the rest of Endemic here get the escape. Tempo with the half-level lead. Macro pressure on bottom with the giant pickup now. Likely going to set themselves up for a Dragonite as they spike around 10. Cattle finishing the 200 stacks necessary there onto the Asmo.
I really want to see how this Chen build plays out. With the armor from your level 1, once that's completed, and then the spell armor, which there will be a lot coming in there. And you think about Junkrat, Azmodan, there's a lot of spell armor coming in to do the majority of that damage. Or a lot of ability damage to do that. So another nice lead there. See if they get this over.
That was honestly an extremely... Can you drag after? Oh my goodness, wow. Surviving a little bit longer than maybe expected here, but there is the flank Leyline seal to be able to stop Storm, or Wind, Earth, and Fire there is going to be popped there for a second. Dansky kiting around on those little pandas.
That just allows Fan to have more targets for the cooldown. Oh, the minion MVP!
Gets
the minion with the interrupt.
Always got to deal with those pesky minions, J-How. Tough moment. J-How, no, we haven't talked about it that much because there's been so much chaotic action here. Still continuing. The Void Nano Boost combo of this composition is amazing. Didn't look too good there as pretty much Tempo dismantling that initiation very quickly.
Poor Chin.
You know where I would suggest, if you're going to play a Chen J-How, where I actually would suggest you playing him, any big battleground, and with an Abathur hat, he becomes a lot more problematic.
You know, you say that. I played with June one time on his stream. I was the Abathur, though.
Yeah.
You don't want to. I've tried to play Chin. You say you should see me play that. I can tell you one thing. That is one thing you do not want to see me do.
Honestly, J-How, I would rather watch you play Chen than Butcher. Do you hear that noise right there? That was the sound of your heart breaking as I hit you with that hard fact. No? All right.
Hello, darkness, my friend.
Dragon Eye Siege on top here for Tempo Storm. Just at this point feels like a bit of a formality as they are way more worried about the Asmodan stacks. By the way, 309.
He's up there.
He's working his way up for sure.
Kel'Thuzad, 23 stacks. Medivh, 24.
Here's another wave. Oh, never mind. That's a dead big impact. See you, nerd. Wow. That is pretty much all this comp is going to do. J-How, 16. It's going to lead to the Armor Shred from Bone Prison. So then you see the Bone Prison Armor Shred, and there's about 0% targets that can really survive that situation. Maybe Chen. Chen's about the best.
Chen just got blasted in that engagement with those minions there. He's still trying to survive in the 1v1. See how long Glaurung has minions up there.
Playing Ring Around the Rosie for now.
Can you blame him? There's the drag. At least I thought it landed.
It did, and I believe there for a second.
Oh,
the Purifying Brew.
Yeah, the Purifying Brew. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it makes it to where the Chen interaction every 15 seconds is not a problem. Donkey Kong build gaining value there for the first time, getting a double barrel.
The composition of Endemic. Zeratul, post 16, super strong. Chen, I don't really know where his power spike lies. Kel'Thuzad, once he finishes his stacks, very strong. So this is a late game comp. You could say the same thing about an Asphone. But if Endemic wants to get back, it doesn't have to be immediate. You get the Shadow Fisher. Okay. Just a bit mistimed.
I'm not sure what happened there from Tempo, but something went really wrong.
With the Riptire?
Yeah, then concussion mine to melee range, Riptired, canceled Riptire, and then got voided the second after there. Ooh, tough moment here. Either that or just the fact that he concussion mine in melee range and then got the Riptire use was definitely bold here. Now Endemic, they're answering back with some staggered deaths here, at least for now.
29 stacks for Kel'Thuzad. Fan, I got this this talent combo where I get the extra attack speed. I'm fine here. 5% attack speed each time it hits an enemy. Not just heroes, but an enemy. And if Chen goes into his heroic mode again, that's just extra healing that he's gonna have.
Chen is secretly one of my favorite warriors in Heroes, actually, now that I think about it.
I think there's a reason why you don't tell anybody.
Yeah. Difference from you and me, J-How, is I don't try and make my off-meta picks work. I just accept that Chen is
Except I don't call them off-meta picks. I say waiting. Waiting to be played picks.
Yeah, well, waiting to be played right now is June on that Malfurion, as he got destroyed through that portal combo out from Endemic. Nice setup between Mike Udall there with that Nano Boost set up for that skirmish. Storm, Earth, and Fire going to be used here. Fan's going to be the focus.
Once his W is available,
Blocks.
But the healing reduction, that's going to deny a lot. He can't even heal up enough. There's another combo in this composition for Endemic, starting to turn around. Biggie surviving with the Michael Udall heals.
It's now a game of time. How much time can Glaurung get on that top half? Because the Dragon Knight's been split pushing through the entirety of this siege on the top half of the battleground. So Tempo, I mean, there's no way around it. They definitely lost more in that situation than they gained, but maybe had an opportunity here with the pressure down below. J.L., you already pointed out Tempo has a pretty late game composition, but I can't help but feel like that last initiation was enough to set the game back to even, to where I don't know if they are that far ahead. They felt that way for some time because they dictated so much in those rotations, but now Endemic just seems to have the damage output. And
Well,
Chen is not going to get any easier to kill. You asked about his power spike. He only gets better as the game goes on. Post 20, Chen is terrifying.
well, you know, he's only asking you one question right now. Another round? Because you got that Donkey Kong build. He's going to be throwing those kegs out for days.
If the world could have seen your face and neck bend when you said that, that was...
It's the only way.
Oh, that was beautiful. Concussion mine after the root combo. More importantly, the spray out from Dansky.
You can tell he does not play this that often on this account, because else his spray game would be a little better.
A little better. Chen is probably one of the better spray game heroes. Mikey Doll there to make up for it with these steps. You know, team effort here, even in the banter between these squads. Leyline now, that's going to be not a camp as the concussion mine is there. Medivh in a bad spot for now. Nice tether back. June actually falling very low. BK comes in, able to clean shop. Is Malfurion the first to drop, but Glowing on the back end. Getting the damage there as the Poison Nova comes through. Hits 4 members of Endemic there. The chains back from Kel'Thuzad. Big impact setting up the team. Is Fan gonna drop here. Tempo losing 2. And Chen on Storm, Earth, and Fire is buying way too much time.
Make it. So, I was about to make a comment. You can live with one, but if they all die, you die before you go back into Chen mode. He just got dunked on, like posterized if we're bringing up sports references, because he just disappeared.
He did.
One Asmo globe.
Feels good there for Asmo, who is already at the maximum stacking capabilities there for Cattle. At this point, J-How, I think the Chen feels like he's too big of a problem. Like, I'm not going to put all my time and effort, because obviously this game is a little bit wild and kind of whatever happens, happens. But overall speaking, Tempo doesn't seem to have an answer for the Chen. And the Chen has way too much threat on the Malfurion and the Junkrat right now as it currently stands.
That armor reduction in the dunk there, for a DK this late in the game, that thing got chunked out. It's continuing to get chunked with no minions here, already down to 50% with a minute left.
But if you kill yourself a Zool, no problem here. Now Tempo, down a man, and Endemic will be able to siege to the bottom. Yeah, we're looking at a double mercenary stack with 20 advantage while sieging bottom keep for Endemic. And they have Chen, one of the best divers in all of Heroes of the Storm other than Illidan.
At this stage of the game, Chen can soak fort shots while drinking. You mentioned his power spike goes up. Eventually, he can just soak shots for days.
I would say definitely the mid to late game is where you look at Chen at his biggest. When you go to the 20 threshold and everybody reaches 20, Chen kind of falls off a little bit. He becomes a little bit easier to kill. Vin, though, amazing concussion mine, but the portal not going to allow any escape there. As you hear the crows with their celebratory call. Now Dansky dives, and here's the real beauty of the Chen, as it is going to, I mean, just pretty much hang out at this point. Hey, I'm low on brew, don't worry, it's back. Medivh shield, not even a problem. Thanks for the keep, Tempo Storm. 1 kill, 1 keep.
Well, we've got the elemental conduit, so the upgrade on that, and that's allowing Dansky to just sit up here. He still has that available to him. They're sieging up on the core. See how long they can stay here. You mentioned he's like an Illidan, a late game Illidan on a core.
But doesn't have the damage of the Illidan as much survivability. As the Twilight goes in, actually forcing BK to back. Fan is getting a huge flank. He's zoning up the minions to make sure they can't end the game quite yet and getting a bad escape, excuse me, there. For
the dunk.
Comes in, cleans up 1. That's the first kill. Now Glau with a huge flank here as well. Kel'Thuzad trying to hit the chains and getting the damage out there with that fissure. Dragon's a landing, portal taken, but another lockdown from Glau. Gets the last auto. Gets the kill on the Mike Udall. Then we see the follow-up there coming out with Dansky going down. Fan? Oh my! Big impact! Saves it!
He's not done yet. He's not done yet. Oh! He's not done yet! He's not done yet!
This guy! Holy cow, he gives a whole nother description to two chains after that. That was ridiculous.
2 chains?
Now Cure, the back and forth here. Vin, nothing to tether to there.
Oh.
Cure actually missed his Q, so he doesn't have one available for a few. Baby Portal gets the value out of the level 4. And a full wipe there. Endemic can end the game.
30 seconds left before Asmo's back. They're going to go get the DK.
They have 3 Katas on bottom, I believe. I don't know. I feel like I would have moved up and started setting that. I don't know. It's a tough. Medivh Kel'Thuzad, not that much damage. Playing for the safer call here, but there was 30-second window with a 2 versus nothing. Can that get enough damage on the core? Guess we'll never know.
Oh, 1 auto attack. Well, a DK should end this. Catapult's already approaching, despite that keep being lost.
You say that, but I'm not sold. Based on how fast they're moving the Dragon Knight down, we saw the last one, how much damage it took. I think it's very likely. I'm just saying, I don't know if I'm as certain as I was over the last game. Who do we see get in it? Kel'Thuzad? Okay, good call there. They have Void as well. That's something I wasn't giving enough credit to at first, as a stack of synergy there. Stormwrath Fire.
Pandas are out. We also have that Unstoppable. No more being rooted. He's getting directly onto Cattle. Cattle getting the laser onto the Dragon Knight. Poison Nova out as well. They're doing a very good job of zoning. The DK has taken the shields down. Endemic trying to even this up, but that DK is falling so fast here, Dread.
It is falling extremely low, but again, they have a ley line and a Void Prison outside of this, so a lot of crowd control to be able to stop this if in case that is going to be a problem. They get the Kel'Thuzad combo coming through. Void is there. 8 seconds, 8% and counting. Endemic has what it takes. J-How, I don't know if you remember that stat you threw out at the beginning of this series, but you said Tempo, they've only lost the 3 teams on this battleground, and every team you listed was the team that beat them in an opportunity. And now, Endemic have done the impossible. Victory on Dragonshire. As you can tell, a bit of sarcasm there between that tone.
Whenever I create a product that will revolutionize the world, Dread will indeed be my salesman with a pitch like that. But a fun one. Nevertheless, that late game Kel'Thuzad.
I mean, Big Impact honestly put on a mechanical clinic there to have the clutch. Do we?
You want to watch it?
Yeah, I mean,
it's 2v5.
The biggest thing is the Q he hits over the first one. Because that is actually what secures the second kill, is that right there on the ground to be able to set it up. Past this point, then they see the Medivh portal in all the way through, and then it's just, I mean, it's pretty. Once he hits the first chains, the biggest thing you got to go is how can we spread apart? He really wasted no time. Glau unable to juke.
All right. That was 2v5. Their health bars were a little low, but you can't take away from the fact that it was still 2v5.
And the fact that that was Kel'Thuzad cleaning that up. Because at a professional level, a lot of people are like, nah. I mean, I even started out that game talking about how big some of the setbacks were. In that type of situation, not hurt too much, but when you don't miss chains, it's not really a problem there. I'm impressed there. Big Impact made me suddenly go, do we want him on support? Really? Because every time you get him on Assassins, it looks scary.
The bigger question is it time for Kel'Thuzad to enter the meta? I know where you're going with this, Dreadnought, but before we dive any deeper, we're going to go to a commercial break. It's 1-1 so far. Come back, we'll have some more fun.